Last week, Miami lost to Middle Tennessee. Miami in the bottom. But you know we do Investor Dot, man. And there's this thing in the stock market called the bottom. That's when the stock hits the previous low, the previous price. It goes backward and it hit the previous price. Let's say the stock was $1, but it rose from 50 cents. The market goes red and it goes back to 50 cents. And RSI, you see it hits the bottom, the new low. When stocks hit the bottom, the new low, in the stock market, what we usually expect is a bounce. Because it's hit the bottom, that's where the buyers and sellers are, that's where all the action is, that's where all the emotions at. When things hit the bottom, they usually bounce. Last week versus Middle Tennessee, in Mario's short tenure here, was a bottom for the Hurricane program. If Mario and his staff, what we think they are, we should expect a bounce.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. The bottom of the clip, but the gunshine stay high. One of them boys still boating in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get cake and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get you killed down here. Niggas better learn the lingo, cause they'll be looking for you in that water finding Nemo. See, Palm Beach County be the craziest. Them Broward County niggas be the craziest. And them Dade County niggas be the wildest. Shout out to Belle Glaze and my niggas at Fort Myers. Salute to all my Florida boys out here on the grind. When niggas out here getting dough with that snow and the sunshine. Ducking nine, waiting at the port to bring in that order. Cause niggas like depend on what come across that water. Welcome to South Florida. In the South.
Back, man, Caneville, man, out here in this sunny day, man. If I start sweating, dog, y'all don't. I'm out here working real hard for y'all. So listen, man, it's week 2 off a loss, and one thing that was pretty bad about the Caneville thing. Listen, before we get into the Caneville, I got a question for y'all. Before we get into the Canes and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Get a little crib talk going on. Tonio Brown, Miami, New Orleans, comes from my high school, Tonio Brown. Last week came out, did some little crazy stuff in Dubai. Would have got himself locked up for a long time. Went kind of viral. But then he came out, he kind of countered that with a picture of Tom Brady's wife hugging him at the Super Bowl. And then it said the little, put my shit on. That's all it said. Put my shit on, the little song, with the little hands up. That's it. Left for interpretation. Half of the people went that way, ran with it. Half of the people went that way or ran with it. In the comment section, man, let me know how did you feel about what AB did? And I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis on what I thought. I thought it was as simple as, because I know we always take everything as crazy and everybody as lunatics. I thought it was as simple as, hey, my butt and my wee-wee is going viral on the internet right now. I need to get my butt and my wee-wee out the way. Let me post something divisive, leave people interpretation, something else that'll trend higher than that. Now my butt and my wee-wee ain't trending all on the internet. That's how I kind of looked at it, you know what I'm saying? I don't think AB is as crazy as people think. I think he's trying to transcend football. I think he's trying to transcend the character he was on the football field and evolve into the real world, which a lot of people fail at. I heard what Shannon Sharp said. I heard a lot of other people said, is it right, is it wrong? He put up a picture of her hugging him at the Super Bowl, which she did in front of millions of people, which I'm sure was innocent as innocent can be. And you guys interpret it the way you wanted to interpret it. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think about it? What's your take on it? Now, Miami football, let's get into this. Man, I used to say football was simple, bro. But I'm realizing that there's a lot of pieces that go into things working. Sometimes the finished product makes it look simple, and sometimes consistency and trends make it look simple. But the nuances that go into the game and to coaching and to what it takes for a team to evolve, take that next step, take that next step, take that next step, are essential. And I'm talking about something as simple as chemistry, relationships on the team. Something as simple as who my homeboy, who my clique is, and who I don't really vibe with like that. I know as a fan that you would think that, hey, listen, we wear the same colors, the same logo, we all here for the same thing, we trying to win or have a shot to go to the next level to play. It should be as simple as that. But I'm realizing it's not. Let's take the quarterback thing at the University of Miami. You got Jake, goes out with the fellas, dates black women. You might find him at Liberty City Park hanging with Luke. You got Tyler from up north. It's a little awkward, has all the pressure in the world against him or with him, however the wave is riding. Not as friendly as Jake. We watched Tyler not play well versus Southern Mississippi. You know how I know? Because Tyler came to the podium and Tyler said, boy, if I play like that again, we may take a L. Tyler, you were right. You got Jake come in, mop up time, and looks like Joe Montana. But the question I'm going to pose to you is, we saw Tyler catch fire at the end of last season. We've seen Jake not look so well in practice. As I sat down and thought about this, the question is not, did Tyler lose the starting position or is it time to switch? The question is, what if Jake did to take it? That's the question. Let me know in the comment section. Because after I sat down and thought about it for a second, we've seen Tyler show out for 6 out of the 9 games that he got to play last year. We know his potential. We know it's in there somewhere. Does that outweigh the quarter and a half and Jake being the locker room favorite? Does that which one outweighs which one? And I think it's the on-field play. And I think that's how University of Miami is looking at it. Not necessarily like my take, but after I sat down and thought about it, listening to Mario not waver and say, hey, listen, Tyler Van Dyke the starter. Because that was a big thing when we were walking in there yesterday to ask him, hey, did they ask him on the radio who's starting? Oh, no, he kind of insinuated that you don't turn your back on your quarterback, but did anybody ask him? Did anybody actually say, hey, Mario, who's going to be your starter? You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of that, and then as soon as the press conference started, the first question was, who's starting Saturday? And Mario didn't waver. He didn't even think about it. Tyler Van Dyke's the starter. That's how they see it. Now, what happens at Nortj Carolina, first quarter, second quarter, will definitely tell the story and the direction that we're going in. Tyler is getting a lot of rope. Either he's going to go out there and catch some hog time, or he's going to hang himself. Period. You can blame who you want to blame in the end, but he's getting the opportunity to prove himself. Now, has Tyler had bad games and shook it off before? He has. And I think they're thinking about that. They're thinking about last year in Nortj Carolina. I think he had 3 interceptions. Horrible game. We put it in his hand at the end of the game. I think that was the end of the game. This game, James almost got jumped. We put it in his hand at the end of the game. And I think it was the game where he threw the interception at the end, wasn't it? Or that was the Virginia game. I just know it wasn't a great game for Tyler. 3 interceptions in that game, and then he came back, he bounced back, and did his thing. The staff is hoping that's what happens. Barack Obama, the audacity to hope is in the air. Hey, goddamn, Hard Rock this weekend. They're hoping that's what happens. But real talk, Drake Maye not have done enough to take it from Tyler. But I honestly think Drake is the future, and he's the guy once he gets his chance.
So when you at practice, like, you don't see Drake taking over, or what exactly do you see?
At practice, I mean, we're on record of saying that Jake don't always look great in practice. Ja'Carri Brown is always the one learning, and Tyler Van Dyke always look really crisp in practice. Even when they give us a chance to watch some of the scrimmages and some of the 11-on-11, Jake a little bit takes shots. Jake takes shots. He's not always crisp in practice. He's not. And he was coming off an injury, but we're on record of saying that, dog. Listen, like, we're not sure. Yeah, Jake looked like he's kind of either digressed or Tyler's gotten better. We're on record of saying that. And we're saying that is that, okay, well, they don't have any game film other than last week on Jake. If he's not doing it in practice, if he's not the Pope and helping old ladies walk across the street off out of practice, like, what has Jake done to actually take it from Tyler, even if he is the future? And yeah, even if he is the future, what has he done to take it? I mean, after sitting down and going to sleep on it for a week, and I mean, yeah, I kind of get that part. So the other night on the member live, the FOOTBALLVILLE member live, when it's only just us in there, we had Philip Buchanan in there, Miami Hurricane Hall of Famer, and we were talking about what comes first, the system or the players when you hire a new coaching staff. Does the coordinators come in and just push their system on the players and say, hey man, either y'all gonna get it or y'all gonna be out here, our way or the highway? Or do you have to look at the players and change your system, tweak it so it fits what you have on your personnel? And Philip Buchanan came in there, he answered a few questions. We talked, and very, very, very cool session, man, we had in there. So all the football villains, the members, man, it's still there. You can go in there and check it out if y'all guys missed it. It's the one that says system versus players or something like that. And if you want to become a member, dog, just hit the join button or look in the description. It's in the link down there, man. So we got a 6'4", 220-pound, 19 touchdown, 1,500 yards passer coming into Hard Rock Stadium this weekend with the North Carolina Tar Heels. And as he go, they go. North Carolina started off the season with FAMU and that debacle, FAMU traveling with some of their kids, and they end up playing North Carolina close for a half, but North Carolina ended up beating them 50-20 or something in that stage. And North Carolina was in a dogfight with Georgia State. Then they got ran off the field by Notre Dame, and then beat a pretty mediocre Virginia Tech team. One thing North Carolina can do is score. They can put up points. But what was odd about this is that ESPN had it at 4.5, meaning they're giving Miami the 3 points for being at home, and then they added another 1.5. What I think is because Miami coming off 2 losses, back against the wall, catching a lot of heat, and losing to Middle Tennessee, who just lost to ATSU. Have no clue what the mascot for ATSU is. That means they hit rock bottom as far as the season going. And sometimes when you push a team in the corner, or push anything in the corner, a cat, a squirrel, a possum, and they got their back against the wall, they come out swinging. Now, Miami has chosen to go with Tyler Van Dyke. They're sticking with the guy. They didn't waver. They're showing them, hey, we got confidence in you. One of my concerns about the University of Miami is injuries. We're hearing that Arroyo may be down. We saw the 2 backs get nicked up. We don't know if it did. Mario said he'll let us know later in the week. Zion Nelson, he took a step back. He didn't dress last game. Big Baby, Lawrence Seymour, he's out. I think he just started back practicing. Strapo, Jacoby George, not even going into Don Chaney. Claude have mercy. Like, what is going on? Any of you gurus, you health nuts, you workout fitness, what could possibly be going on, bro? Let us know in the comment section. So the injury bug has definitely jumped up and bit University of Miami. I've seen people use the word soft. Soft not like they don't have heart, but soft kind of like the physicality of the way that Mario wants to play is just that. It's being more physical, which means you're going to have to be more durable, and the injuries are winning right now. I don't think Middle Tennessee and what we saw at Middle Tennessee is any indictment of who University of Miami is. I think it's closer to what we saw at Texas A&M. But I also believe that as TBD go, they will go. It's my total belief. As he go, they will go. Miami is definitely going to have to play. Steele and his guys are going to have to be able to guard on the outside this weekend. Can't have any brain farts, which Coach Steele has took it upon himself to say any issues that happen is on him. But the defense is going to have to hold their own. The offense will have to put up points this weekend. If I had to ask you, do you think we see Jake this game? Yes or no? Let us know in the comment section before. Just put yes or no and I know what you're asking. Do you think this will result in us seeing Jake come in this game? Miami isn't going through a process of change, culture, all of that having to be reinvented or instilled back into the program. One thing when I went to see Mario, what he told me was he didn't realize how far the program has failed. I'm on the record of saying that. So it's going to be a process, man. But I think it starts here with North Carolina. Because can you get lower than Middle Tennessee? You really can't get any lower than that. So I think it starts with North Carolina. And 2-3, go on a 3-game, 4-game winning streak. The beginning of the season will be forgotten. Y'all will start talking about ACC and who has to lose for us to win the ACC or us to get into the championship, and everything will be fixed and all good again. So I like us just like ESPN. I mean, just like Vegas likes us this week. I like us this week to go ahead and bounce back and beat North Carolina. If they can solve the injury bug and the guys that got to step up, step up. Make sure you hit like, man, hit share. If you want to become a member and get access to some of these live member, these FOOTBALLVILLE member lives that are only for the members. The other night we had Philip Buchanan in there. He was in there answering questions and telling us what he think about what's going on. That's still live in the members under the FOOTBALLVILLE membership. You got to hit the join button or go to the link in the description and you can join down there. I think YouTube is giving you half off the first month. Come be a FOOTBALLVILLE, man. Just support what we're doing, man. Don't support what we're doing, man. We're going to keep giving back. And you get access to all the stuff that we know and the way we see football and all our inside information.
My name is Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
Let's get into a little bit of the psychology of recruiting and fans and how they see recruiting. It was a report out there saying that in the ACC, the most talented teams in the ACC is Clemson and Miami. We already know that, though. You know how we already know that? Because Streeter and his team put that out there last year. So if University of Miami is the most talented team in the ACC, right behind Clemson, But some people feel that our roster isn't good enough to win. We're back to where we were started at before, saying we should win the ACC. But then, when that comes about, the conversation goes to stars. Yeah, then it turns into you can't measure every recruit by stars, because you know why? There's no measuring stick or rule yardstick for measuring nuts or heart. You don't know what's in the man's heart. It's not in the star. Then the conversation goes there, and now you take it back to, oh, well, maybe Miami doesn't have one of the most talented teams in the ACC. But God forbid Miami loses Hakeem Williams, 5-star wide receiver. And the same fans that have the same argument that, once again, we lose a 5-star kid from the crib. But what if the 5 stars is wrong? What if Brandon Ennis not really a 5-star? He is. But what if he's not really? What if it's wrong? Because if it's wrong in the conversation when you're saying Miami has the most talented kids in the ACC, and now you want to question the stars, but you never question it on commitment day when you're sitting in front of the camera and we all sitting there and we hoping Jaylen Brown picks Miami. In that moment, y'all are not questioning the stars. Y'all just want the 5-star kid from the crib to say, I'm staying home. It's one of these conversations that I know is not going to end. It's something that won't end, but it goes back to the emotions of sports and you wanting your team to win. Nobody wants to lose the star battle when recruiting. But everybody wants to discredit the stars in recruiting. Let me know in the comment section below, man. What do you think about that? If Miami can pick all the right kids for their squad and say, these are the right guys, 22 3-stars, they fit our program. How you feel about that? So, man, IOD Squad, football villains, man, we out of here.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what?